I greet each and every one of you whenever you're watching or you are going to watch this very program in the future. Today's date is the 3rd day of September 2023. My name is still Mazi Odinkema Kandelema Chineke. What we're about to do right now is a very dangerous exposition against the Nigerian government. Few days ago, we saw a video of some traditional rulers in Imo State. Everybody saw that very video, went viral. Now there's a plan to assassinate each and every one of them. That is the reason why it's very, very important that this very message goes to every nook and corners of the Afro land, more especially those traditional rulers. That my humble advice to them is to resign from their political traditional rulers. Because as long as Biafrans are concerned, they are not representing the people. Rather, they are representing the politicians. The faces of the background picture that you are seeing here, they will be assassinated, each and every one of them. And when this happens, when this begin to happen, nobody should say that it has something to do with the agitators or the Afran agitators. The people that are planning this are the same opponent to the so-called current governor of Imo State. And the reason why this very program is very dangerous is because I have to disguise that very audio so that they themselves will not know whose voice exactly it is. So we are putting them in a very strategic point, in a fearful time, so that they will not know where it's coming from, but we're going to play the voice note. That is the reason why that when we say that the Afra must be restored, Mazindan the can must release unconditionally. We mean what we are talking about, because in 2019, everybody knows how Hope Uzodinma came into power. Our leader Mazindan the Kanu asked the whole of Imo State for them to rally and protest against that very murderer called Hope Uzodinma. Nobody listened to him. Today, it has come to the point that they are going to reap what they sow. They are going to reap what they sow. Without wasting much of your time, I want you to just take a look at these traditional rulers in Imo State in Government House, where they are proclaiming their support to the Hope Uzodinma. Then after that, we are going to show the voice note or the audio, which you see on the title say audio leaked. If the traditional rulers enough provoke out of this nonsense, they will hear it hot, mainly in Imo State. Practically to say that it is not just only in Imo State, but also it is going to affect every traditional rulers in the whole of the Afro land. It is going to affect them. But when it begins to happen, nobody should link it to the IPOB, because IPOB is a non-violent movement that all we're asking for is for the Zoo Nigerian government to release our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and then also give us a referendum, which of course we know that they are not going to do that, but we are going to force them. We are going to force them. Now let's take a look at the video that have been going viral for days now concerning these very traditional rulers that you are seeing on your screen on the background.
Hello, look at him, oh, yes, sir. The distinguished who's on him, man. Oh, one. I get that gozo. Allow me to put ya. Hey, Chinekenda. As a case. Oh, Tonya Nasona Bella. Oh, Joby. Oh, hey, Chineke. Up to be. Okay, I believe. The king put it better. I gave Buka to two by what they check up. They took it.
But why?
Eh?
But why?
How you can question of this?
Yes, sir.
How you can call Rock of Ages? How you can call Lion of Judah?
Oh, yeah.
How you can call El Shaddai? How you can call Nurihe?
Oh, yeah.
Nambia Kalije. On Jesse, more Lola. I'll get a boot here. Then make a take it on you so that would be a piece. That would be
most of them man.
Every use of them man. Ask for fall the day. There's a Bakranga. There's a series. The whole 259 autonomous communities and 259 traditional rulers. Get the record and illusion. Here, Kaibere. Now, hang on, I want a monster.
Now, these are the traditional rulers. Now, there is a plan. There is a plan to assassinate them, not only to assassinate them, but also to assassinate a lot of politicians, which is of course is in our own favor, because Nigeria must be disintegrated. All the people that are supporting one Nigeria, knowing fully well that Nigeria is not working the way that the African has been programmed by the Westerns, is to keep us in abject poverty, in a sense that few people will be put together in order to use us to make cajole, use us to gamble, use us to do all manner of things that they pleases. But today, I am very, very happy to do this very exposition. I am very, very happy to do this very exposition. Now, let us listen to this very audio.
Seriously, Doc. Doc, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm with my earphone. Doc, seriously, I will tell you what is going on the ground. Doc, as I'm speaking to you today, today's date is September 3rd.
You hear that? Today's date is September 3rd. So this very audio was actually, this very plan was actually made today, and it leaked today. God so kind, we got the audio. We got the audio, but the beauty of this very exposition and what makes it to be very dangerous to these traditional rulers is that they cannot be able to decode or to know exactly whose voice is this. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. They cannot actually decode whose voice is this, because I took my time to disguise the voice so that they will not know. So it doesn't matter where these traditional rulers are, because I believe that they are not residing in the in any part of Biafra land. So anywhere they are, be it in Abuja, be it in Lagos, any part of the country that they reside in, these politicians that they are working together in order to keep us in abject poverty, keep us in bondage, not talking about the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, despite the fact that the court, their judiciary have already proclaimed our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a winner against all the charges leveled against him. So it doesn't matter where these traditional rulers are. You understand what I'm saying now? They know where they are, they know how to get them, and they are already planning on how to do that. So my brothers and sisters, Biafrans, wherever you're watching, it's very important that you send this message to them. That is what I said. My humble advice to them is to resign from political traditional rulers. If they can resign entirely, you know what I'm saying now, because their life is at stake. And just a few weeks ago, Asari Dokobo came out to confess how they are killing our people in any part of the Afro land. Imo State, Anambra State, Abia, Enugu, all part of. So this is the game right now. And also we recall last year or last 2 years, how a lot of traditional rulers have been slaughtered, killed by these politicians. You know what I'm saying now? So it is now going to happen again. The opposition party, I don't know which party, you know what I'm saying now? I don't know which party, but they are already planning on it again. So that is why I say, when these things begin to happen, when they begin to assassinate them, nobody should link it to the indigenous people of Biafra, because we have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with that. I hope the voice is coming out clear. Let's continue.
Doc, do you know in Imo State, a lot is happening. But I cannot say this thing is keeping me confusing now. But what I have to say is, I know it has been happening. But the Igbos are keeping quiet. They are not doing anything. And if they did not provoke and get out of this nonsense, Doc, the Nigerians will hear it hot, mainly in the State. The man they are talking about giving him second tenure in Imo State, Hope was the man. Doc, let me tell you the truth. People have forgotten this man that killed 14 youth in our mama. Doc, are you hearing me? 14 good young guys in our mama. It goes viral. Youth protested in the whole Oru East and Olu West. When you mention Olu West, including Mbidi, Oturu, Amere, down to the main place, our mama. And this youth that was killed in our mama, some of them from Oturu. They from Oturu took off to go and do traditional marriage based on the Igbo culture. Doc, based on the Igbo culture. Do you know Archbishop and some Reverend Fathers, either they took off from Assumpta Cathedral or Lord Diocese, they took off and came and visited this home. The evidence are there. After the incident happened, they came and visited that home. They killed them, they burned down the house belonging to the father of the lady they came to marry. And the people are telling us to vote a murderer for second tenure. It can never be happen, Doc. It can't happen. Instead, Imo State will be burned down. Imo State will not burn down to the citizen. that the government has to be burned down, because when you focus at the government house, everybody will be curious.
Did you hear that? It must be exposed. The reason why this must be exposed is because for the benefit of protecting what we are doing. You know what I'm saying now? For the benefit protecting what we are doing, to protect our integrity, when it begins to happen, this is then. It has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us. It is going to happen anyway. It is going to happen anyway. Because this man here has already set up the emotion. So it is their plan. They are not happy with Hope Uzodinma. You know what I'm saying now? They know the truth that Hope Uzodinma is a murderer. They know the truth that Hope Uzodinma is a killer. They know the truth. They are not happy with him. But my question here is, why is these people not supporting the agitation? Why are they keeping blind eye in the issue of the Afra and Mazen Namdekan? That is my question. Because of what? The peanut that they are getting. You know what I'm saying now? That is the reason why. Now that they have exposed themselves, exposed their plan, and this very plan happens today. They were discussing this today. You can hear it from the message that is given there. It said today has been the 3rd of September 2023. You know what I'm saying now? So it is going to happen anyway. But for reference purpose, when it begins to happen, you can now refer back to today. You know what I'm saying now? That Mazodin came and made this exposition. But what makes it to be very dangerous is because the voice, the original voice, is not what you're hearing. So they themselves, they don't know who. So they are going to have a mistrust within themselves. You know what I'm saying now? The traditional rulers that are political traditional rulers, not original ordinary, traditional rules. Igwe ndị eze ka esi malụfa na mbụ, ọ bụrụ ife ha bụ kịta anụnwa, ha na-serve Nigerian government. Amamita na-ekwu now, ha na-serve Nigerian government. So that is the reason why it's very, very important to make this very exposition so that we can now have it that when it begins to happen, anya na-enefa n'anya, because now then. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. If I'm making this exposition now to bring out the original voice, that is where you will say this and that, you know. But nobody knows who is that. So they are going to have a mistrust within themselves. They are going to have mistrust within themselves. They will be living in fear. That is why send this very broadcast to them. Let them watch it. Let them watch it. That's why I'm saying the best thing that they can do is to do what? Is to resign from being a political traditional rulers. You know what I'm saying now? Let them stop being a political traditional rulers. You know what I'm saying now? And begin to talk about the affairs of our people, what benefits us, what is going to benefit our generation to come, which is Biafra restoration, Let us continue. I'm going to play it again uninterrupted.
Nigerians are focusing in the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary. They should focus mainly in Imo State. That man there called Hope Uzodinma is the major problem. Some Reverend Fathers, either they took off from Assumpta Cathedral or Lord Diocese. They took off and came and visited this home. The evidence are there. Mbidi, Oturu, Amere, down to the main place, our mama. And this youth that was killed in our mama, some of them from Oturu. They from Oturu took off to go and do traditional marriage. Based on the Igbo culture. Doc, based on the Igbo culture. Do you know Archbishop and some Reverend Fathers, either they took off from Assumpta Cathedral or Lord Diocese. They took off and came and visited this home. The evidence are there. After the incident happened, they came and visited that home. They killed them, they burned down the house belonging to the father of the lady they came to marry. And the people are telling us to vote a murderer for second tenure. It can never be happen, Doc. It can't happen. Instead, Imo State to be burned down. Imo State will not burn down to the citizen. That government has to be burned down, because when you focus that government house, everybody will pick a race. They're wrong. Nigerians are focusing in the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary. They should focus mainly in Imo State. That man there called Hope Uzodinma is the major problem. Now, he's piloting the affairs of 5 governors in Imo State, being their chairman. How can you make a murderer to be? How can you allow a murderer to carry on chairman of Governors Southeast? Governors South, how can such a thing take a place? Doc, Doc, instead this man will go to second tenure and rule Imo State. Nigerians will see it hot. But the information I've been gathering, that the so-called obedient, they are not giving him any chance. And I believe that they will not give him chance. And if the Igbos, I have had some Eze gathered in one room, some traditional rulers gathered in one room, start talking a kind of jargon, second tenor for Hope Uzodinma. I want to tell you one thing. Go to all the villages where these Ezes come out. They have never attended to their home in the last 4 years. Since this man came as a governor, they posted him as a governor through the court. Somebody that got 4 positions, the Supreme Court put him as the first position. That is evil. And because of this, they think that the judiciary will continue what they're doing. Have you seen where the problem of judiciary started? That is why the Nigerians have failed in judiciary. But what they are trying to do now is to show the judiciary, you people are not owning the country. The youth are owning the country. Because taking somebody that has been in 4th position, sending him to go and be in 1st position in Imo State, that is the highest corruption on the land from the judiciary. And the Nigerians have woken up to understand that this is where the major problem is. You can go to court. That you can go to court is what they are trying to install. Someone did not win election called Tinubu, a drug dealer. So if you don't like Tinubu, go to court. If you don't like what INEC did, go to court. So Doc, Doc, are you hearing me? What I'm telling you is that all of you people that are professors, doctors, and all the education you people acquired should put it on the table, make it to work for not only the Igbos, involving the whole Nigerians, because we have come to the essence. Those people, their pictures are there.
Did you hear that? I'm going to play it uninterrupted. I want you to pay attention because I can see a comment section. I can see a comment section saying, why am I revealing the secret? Why wouldn't I reveal the secret? If I'm revealing the secret to reveal the original voice, that is where you begin to ask me questions. So we need to put them at fear. And this is a plan. It's already in motion. You see what he said? That they have already captured their pictures. That is why I even helped them to put the picture. We are going to compel them to do the needful. You that is asking this question, if you are a one Nigerianist, okay, I will say that you don't really understand what we're doing. But if you are a believer of this very movement of the Afra to be restored, are you happy? That is a question to you. Are you happy the way that we find ourselves in this Nigerian state? Are you happy the way that Nigerian government illegally kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? What did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu do? This is a question, not just you, but also the Igwes, the political Igwe, the political Ezes. What has Mazen Nnamdi Kanu done for you to plan for his abduction? You brought him to Nigeria without a due process before you reignition him, illegal immigration into Nigeria. And even at that, the state judiciary, I mean the Federal Court of High Justice and Abuja declare Mazen Nnamdi Kanu winner, discharge all the accusation against him, acquitted him, asked the federal government to release him, but then the DSS still holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Are you happy? You know, some of you will be saying that insecurity is caused by the agitators and the indigenous people of Biafra. These are the people causing it. These are the people causing it. You can even hear Asari Dokobo confirm it. So, if you're asking such a question, protecting the interests of one Nigeria, then you have to have a rethink again. You really need to have a rethink. Because that man in DSS dungeon and so many Biafrans that have been detained in all corners of prison, of damnable zoological republic, did nothing wrong. Only that they are agitating. You know what I'm saying now? Only that they are agitating. Unless you are a believer of one Nigeria. If you're a believer of one Nigeria, then you don't understand what we are doing. If you're a believer of one Nigeria, you don't understand the pain of the agitators that have been killed. Their children, who is taking care of them? Their wives, who is taking care of them? So you don't really understand what we're doing. Or you don't even understand this very exposition and why is it very dangerous to them and what they should do in order to save themselves and do the right thing. It's only but to resign from being a political traditional rulers. Do you understand what I'm saying now? That is it. Because the plan is already, I cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. Do you know who did it? You don't know. You understand what I'm saying now? You don't know who did it. I don't know who did it. You understand what I'm saying now? But I got the audio. I disguised the audio in order to put them in fear for them to do the right thing. Because if this very message get to them, they will be having a mistrust among themselves. It doesn't matter any way they are. According to this very voice note, we heard he said that for the last 4 years, that the mother called Hope Uzodinma have been in office, these traditional rulers have not visited where they are supposed to be ruling. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So it is very, very good and an advantage on us exposing it in order to tell the world and tell everybody, tell Africans that once this assassination begin, we have nothing to do with it. I got no return, never. I got never. Are you now telling me that you are in support of what is happening? The traditional rulers that are supposed to be there for the people, the indigenous people of the Afro, romancing Nigerian government. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Of course, I cannot abide that very idea. You know what I'm saying now? I cannot buy that very idea. So I don't care who's made that threat and it's already an emotion. He said that they are going to burn down, they are going to burn down houses. They are going to have captured the faces of these the faces of these traditional rulers. They have already captured them. You know what I'm saying now? So I cannot do anything. You cannot do anything. So I'm even doing this in order to help us to get our freedom as quickly as possible. I can't do anything. Listen to what he said. They have captured the faces of these traditional rulers.
Telling you that all of you people that are professors, doctors, and all the education you people acquired should put it on the table, make it to work for not only the Igbos, involving the whole Nigerians, because we have come to the edges. Those people, their pictures are there.
Did you listen to that? Did you listen to that? They have captured the faces. I'm only helping them because I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want to be separated from the Nigerian state. I want my people to be free from Nigeria. I want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released unconditionally. These people should, what they should have been doing is to put hands together and put a pressure on the Nigerian state, the DSA, the federal government, for them to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. One of the major reasons they hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was it not because of this 2023 election. It was because of the general election 2023. Now the general election have the 2023 election. Why are they still holding him? Despite the fact that the court have already set Mazen Nnamdi Kanu free. So what is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu doing there? You're asking me why am I exposing the secret of the politician? Why wouldn't I expose it? Why wouldn't I expose it? So what you should do is to, if you know this, if you know anybody in Imo State, you forward this message to him or to her, tell her to share it in that Imo State. Share the message to every corners of the Afro land, to all the traditional rulers, that this is what they have for them. They have their pictures. You know what I'm saying now? They have their pictures. That is why I even help them to put the picture on the background. You know what I'm saying now? I help them to put the picture on the background. I am doing my work because I want my freedom. I have nothing to do with Nigerian government. I despise Nigeria. You know what I'm saying now? They have their pictures. They have their pictures. So I'm only helping them. That is why this very experience is very, very dangerous. You might not understand. But when it begins to happen, you know what I'm saying now? I am later. If the person that have this very audio, the person will even be happy. Let him go ahead and plan whatever they want. Let him kill himself. He has nothing to do with me. If they are for Biafra, then we protect them. But they are not for Biafra. They're for one Nigeria. I'm against one Nigeria. I'm against Nigeria. So what is my own then? My own is to protect the interest of this very movement. That when it begins to happen, because you that is writing this, that you're writing in the comment section, are one of the people that is going to come out to say that the IPOB, the ESN, that they are the people killing all the ISIS. That they are killing all the traditional rulers. You understand what I'm saying now? It's you, it's people like you that are going to say it. So that is why I want to make this so that it is going to be a fight. Okay, so that mgbe ọ na-eme mgbe ọ ga-ebido mebe ka gịnị anyị anụ anọlite na-enefe n'anya. You know what I'm saying now? This is the only program or only exposition that I can only do. When it begins to happen, you can't see me come out and begin to mock them or this and that. I told them, this is what I have to do. Because what I am doing here is to save them if they want to be saved. And that is why the only advice I'm giving to them, for them to resign from being a political traditional ruler in Biafra land. Whatever certificate that they give to them, they should do what? Return it. You understand now? And return it and begin to serve the people. Begin to do the things that the people want. We want Nnamdi to be free. Probably you're not a member of IPOB. Probably you're not. You don't care about if Biafra is being restored or not. You don't care. You don't care. Probably you are part of the people that are saying that Biafra is online country. Probably. So we want Nigeria to be actualized. We want to see it reality. You know what I'm saying now? We want to see it reality. So what I'm doing is to help them in my own way. But what I'm telling them is this. The Igwes, what I'm telling you is wherever you are, wherever you might go, as long as that you are in Nigeria, in that zoo contract, any part of the zoo contraction that you are, they know where you are, they know how to get you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abuja, it doesn't matter if you're in Lagos, Kaduna, anywhere that you are, they know how to get you. They have captured your faces, they have seen your video, how it went viral, and they are coming for you. Simple as ABCD. So the only help I can help you is to ask you to resign. You also say now, is to ask you to resign. That is the only thing. That is the reason why I hide the original voice, so that they will not know who actually had that very voice. Because if they know who actually had that very voice, the original voice, they will go after that person in order to protect their interest. So I am doing this in order to protect the interest of this very movement, because I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. So this is what I'm doing to protect the interest of our people and this very agitation that we are. When it begins to happen, Obasara line.
Their face are there. And the people have remarked them, I understand, look at where this one came from. The whole Nigerians.
Did you hear that? People have already marked them, know where they come from. They know them. They know their faces. So I'm only helping them. I'm only helping them. You know what I'm saying now? I'm only helping them. I actually converted the audio because it came on the WhatsApp. I actually converted the audio into video to even put their pictures so that they will know who they are talking to. That is why I have to play the video, the original video of this essay, giving their support to Hope Uzodinjo. So it is a win-win situation for us.
Because we have come to the edges, those people, their pictures are there, their faces are there, and the people have remarked them, I understand, look at where this one came from. Look at where some of them have regretted why their face was showing the video. Go
You see? So not some of them even were hiding their faces, not to be seen, but they know them. They know them. They know them. They know each and every one of them. So the ones that you see here are the ones that maybe they were bold enough to come for their faces to be shown. These are the ones that you are seeing here. But there are the ones that they are hiding their faces. They don't want their face to be shown. But this person that is talking and his crew and his members in the same arena of the political arena in the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria know who they are, know where they come from, and people have marked their faces. So if I ask them to resign from the political traditional ruler, I'm only helping them. I'm only helping them. I'm only helping them. I'm only helping them for the cause of the Afro restoration.
to Alo today, you will count thousands of youth that died from this tobacco. And the most problem of this, Doc, the major problem of this, that God exposed these people through the Asai Dokuba, who said his army is in Imo State. And what is happening in Imo State? The Bubago, they went and they borrowed some youth from Asai Dokuba to come and work. These guys killed the Igbos in Imo State, killed them like fowls, like chickens, like rabbits, like the youth are nothing, killing them like they are nothing, Doc. And Asani Dokuba came and he showed his gun on the Facebook that he will finish the Igbos through Hope Uzodinma. And I believe that Nigerians will not allow this to continue. Hope Uzodinma will leave that office, whether he like it or not, because nobody in Imo State is ready to vote a murderer. And that young man you saw there, think he will use every security to silence the every citizens in Imo State. And we have told them, we have put a call in Njamanze family, because I've went and give them a lot of money.
Did you hear that? A traditional family, Njaman's family in Imo State. You know what I'm saying now? You are going to hear it where he said that they have to go and talk to them. They have to go and talk because they have a lot of influence. Maybe this Njaman's family is not here. I don't know. I don't know who they are. But all of them are from Imo State. And this man that you are seeing is their leader. You know what I'm saying now? This is their leader in Jaman's family. I don't know. So both in Jaman's family, the ones we see here and the ones we have not even, those that are hiding their faces, all of their life are in danger. It's only if they support what we are doing, then we can protect them. You know what I'm saying now? It doesn't matter what they have done in the past. It doesn't matter the atrocity that they have done. What matters is what are they prepared or what are they going to do up from now, moving forward. That is what most important, because their life right now is at a brink of an eye, which the motion is already planning right now. So we are doing them a favor to make this very exposition, but in a very dangerous manner.
For them to bully the Owerri people, Njaman's family, Imo State people should focus in that family and know what is going on. They have a lot of traditional rulers. They have mouth in Imo State, mainly in Owerri, Njaman's family. Let us know where they are standing and how are they supporting a murderer that murdered people in Izombe, burned down their house, put them in scared, pursues people in their families, in their home. They are homeless. They went to our mama, murder people and kill them. The worst of it in our law. And somebody just go to Awidemini and they see what is happening. There is no place you will touch in this area, more than this area, you will not see more than 50 houses that was burned down. And the question people from the ground continue asking, what did we do this month? Even the court brought you like first position to come and be the first position. What is our concern with you? We are doing our thing, our business, finding a way to eat. Go to our junction. This man burned down the shops that cost billions of naira. Houses, shops, everything is there in social media. And somebody is saying, but how are we forgotten? All these men, call them Azes, that came and said, anybody did not vote for opposite. Have you forgotten the shops this man burned down at our mama? Burned down their houses. Go to Olo, you cannot breathe. In Olo, the poor people, the masses in Olo cannot breathe. Share this message to reach every citizens of Ndibo, every Nigerians, for them to be provoked and they focus in Imo State. And this man, every time he's in Asarok, hope is the every time this man is in Asarok, every day is in Asarok. He governs Imo State from Abuja. As all the others having the affairs of their villagers from Owerri. They live in Owerri town. If you ask them, why can't you go to a village and rule, being as a traditional, they will tell you insecurity. And who caused the insecurity? The governor you are supporting. These people are totally.
I hope you heard that. The traditional rulers are not ruling from their villages or towns, rather in Abuja. So the person who is talking or who is saying this actually know where. So they have their plans already on the motion. It doesn't matter where they are. It can happen in Abuja. It can happen in Lagos State. It can happen anywhere that they reside. They know where they are. This in Jaman's family, they know where they are. You know what I'm saying now? So all this things is working for our own good, for our own benefit. You know what I'm saying? It is working. There must be a confusion, and this is a part of it. Confusion among themselves, mistrust among themselves, so that they will not know whom to trust. You know what I'm saying now? They will not know whom to trust. You heard it. So when it begins to happen now, nobody will say that is IPOB. We have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. They are the ones who wants to kill themselves. Let them kill themselves for one Nigeria. For us, we don't care. All we want is one Nigeria. I mean, Biafra restoration. All we want is Biafra restoration. All we want is Biafra restoration. Let's play it again.
Seriously, Doc. Doc, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm with my earphone. Doc, seriously, I will tell you what is going on the ground. Doc, as I'm speaking to you today, today's date is September 3rd. Doc, do you know in Imo State, a lot is happening. But I cannot say this thing is keeping me confused now. But what I have to say is, I know it has been happening. But the Igbos are keeping quiet. They are not doing anything. And if they did not provoke and get out of this nonsense, Doc, the Nigerians will hear it hot, mainly in the State. The man they are talking about giving him second tenor in Imo State, Hope was the man. Doc, let me tell you the truth. People have forgotten this is a man that killed 14 youth in our mama. Doc, are you hearing me? 14 good young guys in our mama. It goes viral. Youth protested in the whole Oru, East and Olu West. When you mention Oru West, including Mbidi, Oturu, Amere, down to the main place, our mama. And this youth that was killed in our mama, some of them from Oturu. They from Oturu took off to go and do traditional marriage. Based on the Igbo culture. Doc, based on the Igbo culture. Do you know Archbishop and some Reverend Fathers, either they took off from Assumpta Cathedral or Lord Diocese. They took off and came and visited this home. The evidence are there. After the incident happened, they came and visited that home. They killed them, they burned down the house belonging to the father of the lady they came to marry. And the people are telling us to vote a murderer for second tenor. It can never be happen, Doc. It can't happen. Instead, Imo State to be burned down. Imo State will not burn down to the citizen. That government has to be burned down, because when you focus that government house, everybody will pick a race. They're wrong. Nigerians are focusing on the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary. They should focus mainly in Imo State. That man there called Hope Uzodinma is the major problem. Now, he's piloting the affairs of 5 governors in Imo State, being their chairman. How can you make a murderer to be? How can you allow a murderer to carry on chairman of Governors Southeast? Governors South, how can such a thing take a place? Doc, Doc, instead this man will go to second tenor and rule Imo State. Nigerians will see it hot. But the information I've been gathering that the so-called obedient, they are not giving him any chance. And I believe that they will not give him chance. And if the Igbos, I have had some Eze gathered in one room, some traditional rulers gathered in one room, start talking a kind of jargon, second tenor for Hope Uzodinma. I want to tell you one thing. Go to all the villages where these Ezes come out. They have never attended to their home in the last 4 years. Since this man came as a governor, they posted him as a governor through the court. Somebody that got 4 positions, the Supreme Court put him as the first position. That is evil. And because of this, they think that the judiciary will continue what they're doing. Have you seen where the problem of judiciary started? That is why the Nigerians have failed in judiciary. But what they are trying to do now is to show the judiciary, you people are not owning the country. The youth are owning the country. Because taking somebody that has been in 4th position, sending him to go and be in 1st position in Imo State, that is the highest corruption on the land from the judiciary. And the Nigerians have woken up to understand that this is where the major problem is. You can go to court. That you can go to court is what they are trying to install. Someone did not win election called Tinubu, a drug dealer. So if you don't like Tinubu, go to court. If you don't like what INEC did, go to court. So, Doc, Doc, are you hearing me? What I'm telling you is that all of you people that are professors, doctors, and all the education you people acquired should put it on the table, make it to work for not only the Igbos, involving the whole Nigerians, because we have come to the edges. Those people, their pictures are there, their faces are there, and the people have remarked them. I understand. Look at where this one came from. Look at where some of them have regretted why their face was showing the video. Go to Alo today, you will count thousands of youth that died from this tobacco. And the most problem of this, Doc, the major problem of this, that God exposed these people through the Asari Dokuba, who said his army is in Imo State. And what is happening in Imo State? The Bubago, they went and they borrowed some youth from Asari Dokuba to come and work. These guys kill the Igbos in Imo State. Kill them like fowls, like chickens, like rabbits, like the youth are nothing. Killing them like they are nothing, Doc. And the Asari Dokuba came and he showed his gun on the Facebook that he will finish the Igbos through Hopus Odema. And I believe that Nigerians will not allow this to continue. Hopus Odema will leave that office, whether he like it or not, because nobody in Imo State is ready to vote a murderer. And that young man you saw there, think he will use every security to silence every citizens in Imo State. And we have told them, we have put a call in Jamanze family, because I've went and give them a lot of money for them to bully the Owerri people. In Jamanze family, Imo State people should focus in that family and know what is going on. They have a lot of traditional rulers. They have mouth in Imo State, mainly in Owerri, in Jamanze family. Let us know where they are standing and how are they supporting a murderer that murdered people in Izombe, burned down their house, put them in scared, pursues people in their families, in their home. They are homeless. They went to our mama, murder people and kill them. The worst of it in our law. And somebody just go to Awidemini and they see what is happening. There is no place you will touch in this area, more than this area. You will not see more than 50 houses that was burned down. And the question people from the ground continue asking, what did we do this month? Even the court brought you like first position to come and be the first position. What is our concern with you? We are doing our thing, our business, finding a way to eat. Go to our junction. This man burned down the shops that cost billions of naira. Houses, shops, everything is there in social media. And somebody is saying, but how are we forgotten? All these men, call them Ezes, that came and said, anybody did not vote for Opposite. Have you forgotten the shops this man burned down at our mama? Burned down their houses. Go to Olo, you cannot breathe. In Olo, the poor people, the masses in Olo cannot breathe. Share this message to reach every citizens of Ndibo, every Nigerians, for them to be provoked and they focus in Imo State. And this man, every time is in Asarok, Hope was at them. Every time this man is in Asarok, every day is in Asarok. He governed Imo State from Abuja. As all the others having the affairs of their villagers from Owerri. They live in a Owerri town. If you ask them, why can't you go to a village and rule, being as a traditional, they will tell you insecurity. And who caused insecurity? The governor you are supporting. These people are totally their brain like they have problem in their brain. As you are focusing on the judiciary, focus in Imo State. This November election should not allow Hope Uzodinma to continue as a governor. He has nothing to offer than to kill and destroy. There's no infrastructure, nothing. That man, I wonder how a human being will open mouth and support that man.
I wonder how some comment will be supporting the Zoo Nigerian government of killing the Afrans. And on this note, I say good evening.